Yo, what's the word? Man. They said that boy should do a four string. All right, cool with that. They signed Snoop Huntley. I like Snoop Huntley. Cool guy. The Eagles got a rookie that's balling. James Pearce Jr., rookie for the Falcons, gets in another fight today. NFL Young Boy Part 2. At defensive end, I think I like it. Whatever y'all want to talk about as you come in, man, drop your location. We ain't got to stay the whole time tonight. Usually we do an hour. It's a little late. Might jump in. Might do a little quick little 30 minutes, man. But yeah, man. Shoot. A lot going on in training camp, man. Hey, we got football Friday, y'all. Like the whole preseason slate. Camp is in full swing. St. Louis in the building. What's up, Shonda? J.A. from Florida. What's up, J.A.? Yeah, we'll talk about the Browns signed Snoop Huntley, who used to be Lamar Jackson's backup in Baltimore. There was a time he actually made the Pro Bowl not too long ago. But yeah, Snoop Huntley got signed, and I don't think that's a big deal. I think with having some injuries, you got to be able to make it through a preseason game. I mean, I'm not surprised if So looking at, I think you see Gabriel first, Shedeur, and then I think you'll see Huntley. Preseason game 1. Nashville, Tennessee. What's up, A Train? A Train, what part of Nashville you in? Miss Mel, what's going on? A Train, you already know my whole family from up there, man. From Bell Road all the way back out to Franklin. Shout out to LA. Look, Lord Antioch. So Bell Road, yeah, we go all the way back to Hardin Place Mall, Hickory Hollow Mall, all that. Mr. Gaddy's. KF 2000. What's up, bro? Ain't nothing, Miss Mel. Just chilling. Thought we'll jump. I couldn't let a Monday get out of here. That's what we do. We do Mondays. So, hey, Train. Okay, you just moved to Franklin. Yeah, for sure. Yep, my mama buried at Franklin. Virgil, what's going on, bro? It's Monday night, so Monday night we stay. You know what I'm saying? We make sure that we get in here and we kick it, but got a lot to talk about, man. We can start off by what you guys want to talk about. I'm pretty sure some people want to talk about Shedeur. Same day they got 4 strings, the day they signed a quarterback at Cleveland. We got the Eagles fans. You got a rookie that's going crazy, and it's not who people may think. And then for the Falcons fans, shoot, man, you got James Pearce gets in another fight today, snatching somebody's helmet off and don't even give it back to the head coach. So let's see. A Train says, I'm sick of this BS game they playing with 12. If they don't want them, trade them. Yeah, no, they ain't gonna trade them. But yeah, I seriously doubt that. I think it's setting up exactly the way it's supposed to. I don't like some of it, but I think it's setting up how it's supposed to. Because one thing you know about it, the NFL is if you can play, you can play. That's how 7th round picks and undrafted free agents get signed and get money every year. So I think what's going on with Shedeur, they're going to prove it out. So Dylan Gabriel's going to get every shot to be that, the third quarterback. He's going to have to prove it out, Shedeur. And I think he's continuing to do that. And y'all got to think, there's only week 1. Preseason games are going to say a lot. Signing the quarterback, I don't think, and the thing is this, you got to have a third quarterback. If Flacco don't play, and if Pickett doesn't play, you got to have another quarterback, because if you go in with just 2 quarterbacks and something happens to one of those quarterbacks in the preseason game, then that quarterback has to finish the game. That's not what you want because now you're an injury away from not being able to play. You got to have at least three quarterbacks in the league. That's just how I go. And so they're gonna keep how many out of five? I think they're gonna keep four. There's a world where you can see them keep four quarterbacks, where you can see them keep, but 9 times out of 10, I could probably see 3 and 1 on the practice squad, especially when you got one of your quarterbacks is Joe Flacco. Um, in NFL terms, he's damn near elderly. And that's just NFL. Still a young man, by the way, life goes, but definitely closer to middle age than he is being a teenager. So you got to have that insurance at quarterback. I'm just not panicking as someone who who really thinks Shedeur has the talent to do it on a very high level. I'm not panicking yet. Um, just because I've seen something like this before where the protocol is being followed to a T because of how the spotlight is on him. And it's actually working in his favor because whatever they've given Shedeur, he's done well with. Not only is Shedeur doing well with the turn with the snaps that he's being given, but every opportunity it's like an audition because it's so much visibility on him. If you don't think other teams see what's going on, they're like, damn, maybe we should have got Shedeur. Maybe we should have got Shedeur. And you know what they say, preseason film is nothing but audition tapes for other teams, especially for practice squad guys. So I think once he gets his opportunity in a live game situation, goes crazy. It don't matter. Like he's going to get a shot. Like it's just, I think it's just impossible for Shedeur not to get a shot at all. Like nobody's that bad. I just don't think. Even if it's not with Cleveland, which I think it will be, and I think he'll play for Cleveland this year at some point. I just think he's a 5th-round pick, and he's got to beat out a lot of people. But once he continues to do that, we'll see in that first preseason game, and I think everybody's going. I think after that you'll start to see some movement there, because even then, when the 5th-rounder beats the 3rd-rounder, somebody has to be responsible for that pick. Hold on one second, Auntie, what's up? Yo. You might as well, hey, Auntie. You might as well come on live and talk about it. I'm on live right now. Yeah. Hold on, Auntie. Hold on. You on the microphone now. Hold on. Yeah, just come online, Auntie. All right, love you. All right, bye. Tiny. Well, Tiny ain't playing neither, boy. Still got real aunties out here, man. Unity 12 said they trying to break Shedeur Sanders' confidence. The entire country can see his abilities. There's no doubt he's that guy, but somebody has decided to break his spirit. That's the thing, man. You can't break a spirit. You can't break a spirit. And I think that's what's going to allow him to still succeed. If you guys go back and look at the interview I had with Deion Sanders Jr., Bucky, when I was talking to Bucky about the draft, and Bucky was saying, "Why not me?" You know what I mean? Why not me? And if you believe the way I know that Shedeur Sanders and his family believes, then you know it's a matter of time. Is it right? Hell no. Do I feel like there is some mistreatment in there somewhere? Yeah, the draft for sure. The draft was just ridiculous. Okay, cool. They make it past the draft as a unit. Shedeur has done what he needs to do with every opportunity. Cool. All right. He's going to continue to do that. I guarantee you, Shedeur will continue to do the most with what's given. And the good thing about the NFL and the good thing about preseason games is he's also auditioning, not just for the Cleveland Browns, but for other teams get to see those preseason games. And if they see a fourth string quarterback, okay, well, if you're fourth on this depth chart, you may be second on mine. So I just and I get it. I just think that the process is gonna play. I just think it's gonna play in his favor. I do. I just think all of this is gonna play in his favor. Y'all don't remember last year before the season in Colorado, and everybody was picking them to win 3 or 4 games, and there were hit pieces almost every week coming out about Colorado. Every week it was something different. Guns in the locker room, people bullying folks, Coach Prime mistreating folks, Shedeur mistreating people. All of that stuff went away. It did. And at the time, it seemed like it was insurmountable. Just remember now, all of that stuff went away because they balled, right? It's a whole new battle this year. Last year was something different. It all went away. This season, what? You don't hear anything about it. And last year, people were up in arms, and it was like they just keep, they keep hanging on what Colorado has going on. That's how I even got involved with Colorado. I said, why the hate? That's the first piece I did on Colorado. Why the hate? So I just implore people, like, let the process play out. I ain't telling you don't be vocal about it. Yeah, for sure. Continue to be vocal. But I'm telling you, man, I just seen this story before. And I didn't see it just by quarterbacks. I saw the story of undrafted free agents. Hell, I didn't see this story in the Bible. Like, it is they will become a footstool, man. I'm telling you, watch what I tell you. You gonna say, yeah, man, Duke's got it. It may not even be in Cleveland. Who knows? But you just don't keep talented people away from being talented. The talent is there. He's going to do well in the league. Guaranteed. Watch what I'm telling you. Like, even with the Browns. Okay, cool. They sign. You got to have another quarterback. You can't have just 2 quarterbacks. You can't. If 2 quarterbacks are hurt, you can't. Okay, let's talk about the Browns. The owner saying that Andrew Berry got a chance to make the selection and Shedeur wasn't my pick. I mean, you could take that the way most people took it, which is, man, that's some bullshit, right? Or you can look up and you can say, you know what? I know for a fact what this kid can do. I know who he is. And I know, we know what's most important than knowing who somebody is? Knowing whose somebody is. Don't let that go over your head. Come on now. So you can't just, and this is for the people that, now I'm not saying don't get mad, but I'm also saying you can't halfway have faith. You can't worry and pray. Right? I'm telling you it's gonna work out. That's just why I am with it. Like, I'm like, oh yeah. Because everything we thought he was gonna do, he did. They just can't make this man the first. They're not gonna put him in the, they're not gonna make him quarterback 1 already. You knew that wasn't gonna happen. They couldn't make him quarterback 1 already. No, they're gonna bring, man, watch what I tell you. By the time he starts to get those consistent first team reps, it's gonna be probably about another, maybe after preseason game 2, somewhere in there, after this first one. It's some BS. I'm telling you it is. I'm not telling you it's not. But what I am saying is, you can't just be legendary. If you believe in the legendary part of it, right? Him just going 1 overall and having this fairy tale career, yeah, it's legendary. But man, what made Tom Brady legendary? Why do people hold Tom Brady in somewhat of a higher regard than they hold a guy like Peyton Manning? The championship rings and where he came from to get the championship rings. Now, Peyton Manning, you know, a lot of people think he's the greatest quarterback of all time. He's got a couple Super Bowl rings, but it was the story don't hit the same as Tom Brady's, right? It don't hit the same. I think this story is setting up perfectly. Come on, man. Just rock with me. Just understand now. And I'm not telling people you got a million places you can go and be upset about it. Like it's a million shows that are gonna say, "Hey, there's some you know what I know," but this is one where I'm just gonna come in and be like, "Hey, look, y'all, be cool, because you know what it is. You know what it is. You can pray them out of there, right? Like Mickey said, this is a toxic environment. You can pray them out of there. Okay, cool. Or what's too big for God? And this is just for the people who say that you're gonna pray them out of there, right? Just remember this. What's too big for the man upstairs? I had somebody tell me that not too long ago. You feel me? Man, you can't break. I just don't believe you could break Shedeur confidence. Shedeur can never play he could never play it down in the NFL and his confidence will not be shaken. Period. He ain't built like that. You can't. And, I don't want to just take it straight religious. I could just keep it football. You just don't get those type of talents in that round. And it's starting all around the league. The Eagles linebacker, Smile Monday. I don't know if y'all saw me tweet it out. He was a 5th round pick. Right now, he's taking reps with the ones. But what happened in front of him? Multiple injuries. And given the opportunity, he balled when he got his shot. Right? The same thing can happen for Shedeur. It's gonna take something to get you to that point. But timing and the place where you are is everything. So I'm just of the belief that when Shedeur gets his shot, it's gonna be undeniable. I just believe that. Hey, y'all, my bad. Let me turn on this monetization right quick. Hold on, y'all. I just got a feeling he gonna ball. And I know. Like Miss Mel said, we ride just talking because it's some BS. Yeah, come on now. But you know, I think you. This is the thing. People don't like people sometimes people just like to be contrarian because everybody can see that this guy's talented. And it's like, you know what? Too many people like this guy. I want to unlike this guy. That's the thing now. Being a hater can be cool. Trolling is a thing. You ever notice? You ever notice like how sometimes people are coming to chat just to troll? Like trolling is a thing now. People get to sit behind. Like for people who really got for people who really got something like going on in their life, right? It's hard for us to imagine people who got real emotion. It's hard to imagine making a fake screen name, not showing who you are, making a social media account just to go say bad stuff about somebody for entertainment. And that's like the definition of trolling. Can you believe people will actually spend their time doing that? It's hard to believe, ain't it? But that's the world we live in. It's a hateful place, like my boy Bucky said. And so there are people that get off on seeing successful people fail. hmm And like, why would you? It doesn't make any sense to me. But just because it don't make sense to me, don't mean I don't. This the world that God chose me to live in. So I got to make it the best of it. I can't try to check out of this world. I can't try to be like, oh no, well, I should have been born in the 50s or I should have been born in in the 900s. No, I got to learn how to deal with these haters and I got to show who I am regardless of how much the hate is. So when I think about Shedeur, his situation, who better? Because what did Bucky say? He said it's gonna work out for God to get the glory. Like, people love when Coach Prime talk that talk. But see, faith is easy when you on top. Faith is easy. It's easy then. It's in the Bible. Why you think Job went through all that stuff? The devil was like, bro, Job only loved you because he got everything. It's in the Bible for a reason. I ain't just trying to preach. I'm just telling you the truth. That story of Job. Man, did you not see Coach Prime literally say, my son was basically pushed down to the 5th round of the draft. I just got a cancer diagnosis. This is Coach Prime talking. And I couldn't even tell my son because I needed him to focus. I already got 8 toes. I'm one of the fastest men in the world, in the history of the world, and my toes are gone. My calf look like shark. My calves that powered me into a 4.140 look like sharks ate them. And I still get to stand before. People talked about me like a dog last summer for just doing what it took for me to put together a successful football team. Yet I stand here and say, glory to God. Coach Prime said I got to walk around with pee bags and blood. Coach Prime said I got to wear the pins. He said, now this is voluntary information. Because he didn't let the testimony die with the test. Hello? So I'm not saying don't be upset about what's going on with Shedeur at all. I'm just saying he built for it. And I know that kid built for it. You can tell the tree by its what? You can tell the tree by its what? Put it in the chat. You can tell what kind of tree you got by its what? Put the answer in the chat. Mm-hmm. Hello? Hello? And guess what? We said the fruit. A-Train put the apple in there. And the apple don't fall far from the tree. Okay? Just remember that. Just remember that. So nah, man, I know people upset. And I get it, man. I absolutely do, because when you think about the impact that the Sanders family has, it goes deeper than football. If you can't tell, nobody is getting this type of coverage in the NFL, period, right now. Michael Parsons, nobody is getting this type of coverage. Shedeur is, right? Cool. You got to understand, everybody sees what's going on. You know, I get it. Perfect example. I used to hate when my son would get in trouble and had to get chastised, and I had to watch him. I had to watch him get chastised. Sometimes I would have to do the chastising, but I used to hate it. But I knew on the other side of that chastisement what was there, and I realized it was necessary. I don't know how this story ends, but I know for sure that it was necessary, not by our means, but it's something bigger going on in this. It is. I mean, listen, you cannot be a fan of Coach Prime the way that I know some of the people in this chat are and they family, right? I get it, but Coach Prime know he knows, and he built them boys forward tough for a reason. So it's gonna be all right, y'all. Like but he gonna when he gets his opportunity, right? When he gets his opportunity, he just gonna have to ball, and I think he is. I think he's gonna ball. Let's go to a couple super chats. Keep Kalen the Tusker. Hey, but that's a hell of a name. War down, dudes. War down, my man. He said we need a transformational coach like that. I think Auburn got the coach they need, man. I think Coach Free is gonna get it done, man. Ram BJ Nelson with the $5 super chat. What's up, big dog? Salute, Dukes. Is there anything too hard for God? The answer is, of course, nothing. God has a plan always. I'm telling you, I seen it. I'm living proof. Come on now. Appreciate that super chat too, my man. Thank you, Ram BJ, with the Goonsville hat on. Shout out to the Goons. I don't keep it far away. $2 super chat. Jermaine Thomas said, "Flow, Elder Dukes." Oh man, I appreciate it, man. Hey man, appreciate that $2 super chat. He said, "Flow, Elder." Man, that's all right there. Thank you, man. $9.99 super chat for Shirley Johnson. That's Aunt Tiny. That's my real blood auntie. My mama's sister. My mama's baby sister. Tiny. What's up, auntie? Aunt Tiny. She said, "You are preaching tonight, nephew." Oh man, I appreciate that, auntie. I ain't preaching, just telling the truth. I appreciate that. But yeah, now sometimes I know people can it gets to a point where it feels deeper. And, of course, people gonna be on the other side of this thing and they're gonna be looking like, why they acting like that? It ain't that serious. Like, hey, buddy, one thing, I ain't agree with everything Gilly said, but when he said buddy need to keep himself out of he need to stay out of BBB or BFB, black folk business. He said something like that. Like, hey man, let me talk to my people. These my people to talk to. You feel me? Whoa, Unity 12, boy. $100 super chat, Unity 12. I appreciate it, my brother. He said, "Hey, please keep broadcasting the obvious truth. People need to see what they're doing to Shedeur. Make it known, please." No, for sure. Hey, man. First of all, Unity 12, I appreciate that $100 super chat, man. That's big, man. First of all, thank you. But listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a true story. All right. And this is why I handle myself the way I handle myself when it comes to this type of stuff. True story. All right. So this is after me and Coach Prime, we rap. This is this is right around the time going through my thing with On 3. And it really wasn't no thing, man, but me and Coach Prime talking. And Coach Prime, we talking, he said, "Dudes, I found you because you're intelligent." He said, "You're a thinker." And I got some of the conversation, but he said, "Dudes, you're a thinker." And he says, "The reason that you go further than some guys in your space in a shorter period of time is because you use your mind." He said, "With that being said, you got to understand there's a price to be paid when you rock with me in my campaign. There are going to be people that see you with me and are going to come at you because you with me. But this is the thing, Dukes. I liked you Because when it was something wrong, you said it was something wrong. You called a spade a spade. He said, I never want you to stop doing that. If we don't do something well, you need to say it because I'm going to say it. Just continue to call it fair. True story. If I clip that and I put that on my social media, there's 1,000% chance Coach Prime either comments and he goes and likes it because that's a true story. So what does that tell me about that situation? I got to continue to use the mind that I know I have because I know how to. I know what's going on. So no matter what, I got to come out here and tell people like, listen, y'all. There are going to be people that are going to stir people up because it's easy to see, right? And there's going to be people. What I came to be was a voice of reason for believers to not get too caught up in the obvious what we see, but to understand it, what you've been seeing. It ain't fair. And we've seen it a million times. I ain't never seen right not prevail. I haven't. I have yet to see wrong win. I don't care how it happens, right gonna prevail. Ball don't lie. Men and women do. The ball don't. I'm telling you now. So why am I? What I know sometimes they be like, "Oh, Deuce, you preaching?" I ain't preaching. Telling you a true story. You can't work as hard as that man works and don't get a shot from somewhere. Kurt Warner, Vontae's Burfict, Jesse Tucker, okay, Tom Brady, mm-hmm. Want to talk about some? Hey, I put y'all on some unfair stuff, but right still prevail. What that say? 715. Who knows what that number means? Who know what that number right there means? One of my favorite hats. For that reason right there. Talk about being treated unfairly. Hello? It's gonna work out, y'all. It's gonna work out. Whoa, man. Hold up. We got another $100 super chat, man. Hold on. Unity 12, my man. He said, my friend Showtime, Andre Rison, Bad Mood Rising, my man Andre Rison, played with Deion Sanders. I know he's a great dad. We as a community must support the Sanders family. Amen. Amen. You're right. You're right, brother. And thank you again, man. Blessings flowing. Hey, man. The truth, the truth ain't the devil now. Like I said, I'm gonna tell you what the Lord love. The truth. 5'7". What's up, boy? Hey, man, look, you see I had that hat on the other day. I gave him your information too, man. Thank you for lacing me up, man. Make sure y'all go to 5715 brand, dog. Unity, I can't thank you enough, Unity, for sure, my brother. Honor the family. This is so honest. This is honest right here. Honor the family. I love this. It's just tough knowing how the NFL works, bro. Seem like it's bigger than just the Browns. Just the Browns. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're right. It's tough knowing. It's tough knowing. It is. But I just see it. You can call me a visionary, believer. See, the NFL is a little bitty part of the grand scheme of what we've seen this family become to our community. Right or wrong? I tell you what, Coach Prime ain't played in the NFL in 20-some years, 25 years. How did he gain in popularity in retirement? How did Coach Prime gain in popularity in retirement? Because influence is influence. Stepping stones are just that, stepping stones. So understand this, the NFL, yeah, we know it. But man, I'm telling you, it's bigger than that. I would never get to say this on somebody else's platform. I would never. This the only place I could get to see that. I could get to say this. But dog, man, look, I believe that. Hello, read that. Nothing bigger than God. Can't nobody say. Man, listen. It's funny, man, and we laugh about it. Every time I see Coach, we laugh about it. But when I hit him and I said, Coach, can I still last year? I said, Coach, can I still come do my interview in Colorado? I ain't gonna be on 3 no more. But I still want to come do the interview. I'm coming. I'm coming. He said, what? Man, before he had the baby. I think I want to say he might have had I think Snow might have just been born. He had the baby. He called. Man, we went off the phone 30 seconds before he sent a tweet out. Ooh. I'm looking. My man DJ Screen called me. He said, hey, what's up, dog? You see your Twitter? Twitter blowing up. Coach Prime said something to my former boss. I said, oh man, they still paying me, Coach. I don't know how. He said, hey man, you can't worry about that. You believe or you believe? I believe. All right, it's gonna work out. And it is working out. It's currently working out. It's working out. I'm telling you, it's gonna work out. You think if Coach Prime never said he would want to coach his son in the league, it could have been because it was some intimidation factor. I know it was some intimidation factor by some teams that didn't want to have to deal. Like, what coach is gonna want to vote for their replacement? Potentially. All of that stuff that went in through the season, and all this, like a lot of this stuff didn't have to be. He wasn't never leaving Colorado. But Colorado, there was a number that needed to be hit that got hit late in the game. That if that number just would have got hit, the number didn't change. If they hit that number early on, right? He probably don't say that. Like, there was a lot in the mix. This whole mix, there was a ton in the mix, right? So yeah, I would say the only reason he even had to entertain any of this is because somebody was slow playing him for something that he rightfully earned. Come on, man. We know certain things, right? We know there's collusion in the league. We know that owners talk to owners. We know that I wouldn't deal with that. What you gonna do with your first round pick? I don't know. I know what I ain't doing. What you think about this kid? I like him. You like how much you like him? No, I don't know about that. Come on, man. Whew, you feel like dealing with all that? I wouldn't touch that if I was you. Well, we don't need no quarterback, but if we did, we wouldn't be taking that one. You can almost hear. You get what I'm saying? It don't take no rocket science. I just don't give it no credence. You know what I mean? Now I know for a fact. Now this is a true story. I had a high ranking front office guy ask me, did I think Coach Prime was gonna stay, and that he needed to be looking for a job. That put that on my mama. My mama is no longer here. Not cap. And I wouldn't want to get the young man in trouble. But for sure, ask me straight up, hey man, you think Prime gonna now actually try to go with Shedeur? Do I need to be looking for a job? Man, and it's gonna come out. Trust me, it always comes out. Just like last year when everybody was saying they had this terrible culture in Colorado. Like, come on, man. Now you don't hear nothing about it. Hey man, good for you, Michael. Proud of you, my man. Shout out to you, my boy. I'm trying to catch up to some of these comments. Michael, come on now. You ain't gotta do all that now. Hey, listen. This ain't about being a homophobe. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you know who you are, but you can't come in there talking about how you like to do it now. That's a little much, Michael. We're gonna have to get Michael on up out of there. Whoa, Trace, man, cuz you didn't tell me your birthday was yesterday. Man, shout out to my cousin Tracy Colquitt. Man, y'all drop a TC in the chat. Happy birthday, my cousin. Yeah, y'all seen Buddy came in there. 56. Don't look a day over 32. Whoa, man, bro. I don't believe this. Man, Unity 12, man. Golly. Man, amen, y'all. Hold up, bro. Hold up. Unity 12, another $100 super chat. Man, first of all, Unity 12, you ain't got, hey, listen, man, thank you, bro. First and foremost, I appreciate it. Man, love your intake and perspective on this issue. Hope you're a seasoned fan because I'll come support your channel. For sure, man. I appreciate it. And you know what? I've only been talking about the Shedeur situation on the live, so I can really just get into it and we can kind of talk together. But everything else I've been doing is like, more so uh, Falcons, Auburn, and but I can't wait. I'm about to start cooking on this Colorado stuff. Trust me. Trust me. And we we're gonna have to take a trip to Cleveland. Hey, y'all, I reached out to G Bush too. Y'all make sure y'all hit G Bush and tell him like Duke said he reached out. I did. I followed him on multiple social media. So hey, I can't send him a message, but y'all make sure he know because I listen to y'all. But man, Unity 12, I can't thank you enough, my brother. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. You don't never know where it's gonna come from. You just got to stay down with what you're doing. I had no idea that there was that Unity 12 was gonna come in here and do that, right? But I still came and told the truth in the way that I saw it. That's how I know, man. That's how I know. I know. I'm telling you, the boy gonna be fine. That's what I tell you. And it's gonna be even bigger. If you go back and you look at that Bucky interview, he said he felt the kind of way, but he knew that it was just gonna make it bigger, and you were gonna be able to give the glory to God. Who did it? Yeah, Tyler Huntley, man. Tyler Huntley, I believe he just coming to get some film. Mm-hmm. Hey, Mr. W said, shout out to Mr. W. He said, Unity 12, blessings. We all we got. Now let's lock in with each other and change the world. Keep praying God will be done. So be it. Man, let me tell you something. It's funny because earlier today, I saw a dude who was trolling me before, and he popped back into a lie. He popped back in the morning run earlier today after he was trolling. And he said, and it took everything in me not to go off. But man, staying down and understanding your purpose, you never know how it's gonna happen and what's gonna happen, man. You don't. You never know. So man, Unity 12, God working through you, my brother. I appreciate it because that was just one of those things that I be done got mad. You know what? Let me give me a drink to calm down. We done had a drink or two. By the time you get a cigar, you done went to sleep. You ain't even go live. You know. By the time you get out of practice, you done mess yourself up. Shoot, man, I got me this good H2O right here because I said, you know what, we got to talk. I had to come talk to my fam. So shoot, man, that was a blessing, man, in more ways than one, man. I appreciate that for sure. Ronald Mentals, what's up, big dog? Let me check in on Facebook. My boy T Book, what's up, Trav? Trav, what's up, boy? You know, took my nephew to UGA, man. My boy T Book, what's up, Trav? What's up, Daryl Foster? My boy from Upper Bound and Westlake High School. Yeah, one of the best running backs of our era, boy. Trav at Westlake wasn't no joke. Yes, sir. Trey said, we love you, dude. Hey, love, man. Love you too, man. Love the fam for sure. Saucy Vet said it was reported that Tyler just an insurance policy for the Carolina Panthers game. Flacco was not expected to play. They don't know if Pickett and Gabriel will be available due to hamstring. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I ain't tripping, man. For sure. Like I ain't. Honor the family said, "You the truth, bro. Can't keep going. Can't get this type of real nowhere." Now I appreciate it, man. Like when you been through some stuff, and then I think I got a unique perspective because I know for a fact you could tell you could look a lot about about you know you could look at a lot of stuff when it comes to Coach Prime and all of that, right? And man, I just seen it. And and I think for people who don't know Coach Prime ain't sometimes he ain't who you think he is. You think Coach Prime just this, you know, bigger than life, celebrity, Hollywood, Sadiddy. Oh, man, he ain't none of that. Coach Prime is one of us. And that's why he goes out of his way to make sure he invites people around him. It keeps him grounded. So for me to know who he is and understanding that Shedeur's issue ain't no different than your child going through something, it's just the level that they going through it on. It's the same thing that I would say to one of my siblings or one or somebody else when I know they got a child that's going through, but that child is being mistreated. Man, you know where you got to send that up. You got to send that one up there. You hear me? To the big guy, the only one. You feel me? Come on, man. You know what's finna happen. I'm just waiting to see it unfold. And y'all know I can go talk the analyst talk with the best of them, bro. Like I can go really just. Well, when you consider everything that Shedeur's done and everything that he's done as a college quarterback, when you look at his completion percentage, you look at his arm sliding, you look at the arm angle, you look at the velocity of the ball when the ball comes out, you see him hitting different levels of the field, and you're saying he's spraying that ball around and he's manipulating cover. I can do all of that, but this ain't that. So that's why I do this live. I can 1,000% put Phillip on. I go grab that little suit jacket and that little tie, and I'll sit up here and you feel me? But nah, this is why we got this. That's why these platforms are important. That's why Unity 12, what you're doing is important. Because I don't have to muzzle myself to come in here and say what I really truly believe. Yeah, man. Great kid. They're cool as a fan, man. I got a chance to I really got a chance to sit down and talk to Shedeur at matter of fact at this pro day. I had a chance to really sit down and, chop it up with him, man. And Shedeur cool as a fan, man. All that. Nah. Ask Coach Step about him. Same thing. Yeah. Shedeur cool as a fan. I think people take their family the wrong way, man. Man, I'm tell you who cool. My real partner, man. Bucky, my partner. Like, that's like little bro, man. Bucky's so down to earth. The conversations that we have outside of here is what made the interview. I know a lot of people were saying, like, when I interviewed Bucky, they was like, we ain't really heard Bucky talk like that to nobody because, man, that's my partner, man. Like, when you get to know that family, dog, like outside of this, when you get to know them, I'm telling you, man, you gonna see. That's why I don't be worried because I'm like, all right. Because I know I would be upset no matter how much I had got. People still be like, you got great people in the world. And it ain't just them. Boom. Kirby Smart. I always talk good about Kirby Smart. You know why? Man, Kirby Smart, daddy died because he loved the game. Kirby Smart, daddy died. Kirby Smart was recruiting that same week and said, because that's how my daddy would want it. And I know Kirby Smart loved his daddy. I know he do. I know Kirby Smart love. I know Coach Smart loved his daddy. You got respect for people about what they do. Coach Smart, my partner. Just for the people, in the back who like, oh, you just doing that because Deion Black. Nah, man. Part of it is because, I grew up watching Coach Prime and Deion and all that, but I know, I didn't meet Deion Sanders. I met Coach Prime. I didn't meet Neon Deion. That was a hero figure. Coach Prime, the man, is who I ended up meeting. I don't know Kirby Smart from playing at UGA. I know Coach Kirby Smart. And he a real one. He cool. So I respect people, man. And I'm fans of people, and I'm able to be objective about people that I admire because of what they do and how they handle their business. And if I know anything, dog, no matter if it's good, no matter if it's bad, you reap what you sow. The seeds you sow will dictate what your harvest will be. You feel me? It don't matter if it's raining outside. It don't matter if it's super hot outside. It don't matter. It don't matter the conditions. If you get that soil just right and you plant that seed the way it's supposed to be planted, when it's time to sprout, it's going to sprout. Just remember that. You reap what you sow. In God's garden, right? In God's economy, things go a little different. You got rules that work for other people, but you can't just take pieces out the Bible. You feel me? You can't just can't take it in pieces. You gotta take it all. The test will come. How would no weapon formed against me shall prosper touch people if there were never weapons that formed? Think about that. How would we fall down but we get up, touch people if nobody ever fell? You tracking? Okay, cool. We know some of this stuff gotta happen. But I'm glad people are being loud and vocal about it. I'm glad. You feel me? Come on, man. The weapon got to form, dog. So, and I be taking it like that, You gotta take it all. And look, I'm not telling nobody that anybody should be perfect. You gonna have anger. You gonna have that anxiety about how it's gonna work out. You gonna have the secondhand just feelings of they really did my boy wrong. And that's okay. And that's fine. It is. But man, okay, preseason game 1. You feel me? That's what everybody need to have their clocks set. The viewership needs to be up. People need to be watching this game. Just watch. Salty Vet, my man. He said he got his 3rd spinal surgery in the morning. I got to get some rest. Take care, brother. Hey man, y'all drop a pound sign SV for Salty Vet, man. That's a signify prayers, man. For sure, man. Everybody praying for you on that spinal surgery, dog. SV in the chat. Hey, Landon Atkins said Mike came in the chat. Wow, you seen him? Hey, I told him, I said, hey man, listen, hey, ain't no homophobe. I ain't judging. Live how you live, but you can't come in here to giving everybody the play by play now. Hey, we just can't do that. So, man came here with the play by play. Like, nah, we ain't going with that one, my brother. Yeah, man. So look, man. Shoot, we approaching the hour. Shoot, I gotta go get me some sleep, man. We started. Cam finally got his first tackle practice today. So man, shout out to Cam, man, for coming out. That boy said he baby headache gang. I got to get him on the phone with Shiloh. That'll be fun, man. But yeah, man. So shoot, got to get up and do it again tomorrow. Man, Salty Vet, man. We praying for you, dog. Too much love, man. Unity 12. Once again, I wanted to tell you I appreciate it, man. That man dropped 3 $100 super chats, man. Okay, I'm telling you, but also shout out to Reverend BJ Nelson for getting everything started. You feel me? Everybody who dropped the super chat. I think we had 6 tonight. Auntie Tiny dropped $9.99, and she got the best breakfast ever, and the best caramel cakes. And Jermaine Thomas dropped the $2, man. I appreciate y'all. If you would have told me it would have been that type of money from 6 super chats, I would have never believed it. But what I started and I said, salute Dukes, is there anything too hard for God? Amen. For sure. DLD, man. Hey, man, you just missed us, man. We finna slide, but hey, I we got some more. We might bring back You Tell Me. Me and Unc might jump on You Tell Me tomorrow. Hey, but make sure y'all tune into the morning run tomorrow. We usually don't go on Tuesdays, but 1 o'clock on the pregame network, me, Big Dog Chico, and Uncle Neely, we are going 5 days a week. So see you tomorrow, Tuesday, 1 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Mountain, 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock Hawaii time, whatever time that is. That's super Pacific. All right, man. Love y'all for sure.